Ms. Janet Ang.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I stand in support of the amendment to the Online Safety Bill. This bill is very timely, and I appreciate the MCI taking proactive steps to put safeguards in place to protect Singaporeans from harmful content, especially those created and distributed with malicious intentions to disrespect, to bully, to cause division in society, to degrade the dignity of persons and of humanity. Minister, in her speech yesterday, has given many examples of such harms, and I trust that we do not need to be persuaded further that it is urgent and imperative for this bill amendment to pass. After listening to Honourable Member Ting Pei Ling's horror story involving an avatar in Web 3.0, I am more convinced than ever that we need to take courage to act urgently to protect ourselves, our children, and our children's children. I support the approach which will be taken under the amended Act, but I do have a few questions for the Minister. What are the challenges envisaged by the Ministry with regards to enforcement of the law, and how does the Ministry intend to address those challenges? Second question, it is good that education of students in schools and IHLs, as well as education of the general public, will be undertaken in conjunction with the legislation. Education will increase the awareness of the vulnerable community and the general public of the prevalence of harmful content that are lurking in the web, and how they can participate in reporting of sites or services that carry those content, and in doing so be part of the neighborhood police to detect and help to catch bad actors on our internet and social media platforms. Just as in the fight against scams, awareness and alertness in the community can go a long way to fight the proliferation of harmful, malicious content. How does the Ministry intend to organize such neighborhood policing against online harmful content? How can volunteers and civic-minded tech-savvy Singaporeans and residents support the government in this effort? My third question, it is critical that the government is able to act quickly when there is non-compliance to the Act, so that the harmful content does not spread and cause any social epidemic or even pandemic. Like COVID, we needed a circuit breaker to ensure that common good of our society and the social health of our citizens and people is protected. Whether content is harmful or otherwise, it may be said to depend on the values of the adult individuals. Who will decide what content is harmful and thus will be subjected to the legislation? And how does the government intend to facilitate the voices of the society to be heard as far as determining what is harmful without compromising on the need for swift action to take down the bad actors? How will the government handle cases when the content originated from overseas and is not distributed by locally licensed online communication service providers? And how will the MCI leverage technology in this war against online harmful content? Harmful, malicious content spreads like virus, and we need the government and the whole of society to fight against this virus of harmful online content together. This bill, which is being debated today, is at the downstream when the content is already out there, and actions are laid out in the bill are needed to stop their spread and protect Singaporeans being harmed. As parents, educators, government, and professionals in the business of communications, we need to focus on moving upstream and pay attention to the need to assist people, especially young people, to develop a sound critical sensing and to learn how to distinguish truth from falsehood, right from wrong, good from evil. As a country, it is on us that the soul of our nation and the values of our society is not put at risk, even as I appeal to the conscience of creators of content and online service providers everywhere to do no evil. Notwithstanding my clarifications, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I support the bill.